Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Design with Druzbe. Continuing with CSWA practice problems, today we'll work on question 3.6. Let's take a look at this question. So in this question, unit of measurement is millimeter gram second. Like always, we need to ensure we are using the same unit of measurement in SolidWorks setting. Now looking at this geometry, we have a 3D model, we have the front view, and we have the right view shown here. My preference is to focus on a front view. We can make a 2D sketch of this view, and then we can use extruded bus feature to make the final geometry. So with this introduction, let's jump into SolidWorks and start modeling this part. In SolidWorks, first thing first, we need to check unit of measurement. And you can see here in the right corner that we have millimeter gram second, which is a correct unit of measurement. Now I want to start working on a front plane. So I click on the sketch command, then I'm going to click on the sketch tab, and then here I'm going to have front plane. Looking at the question, you can see that we have a large dashed line circle. That's a construction circle and can help us with making the geometry. So first, let's make that part. In order to do that, I click on circle command, and then here I'm going to make a circle. You can click on this circle, and then from here you can change it to construction geometry. Now, in the question, you can find the total diameter of this circle, and that's 125 millimeters. So I click on the smart dimension, and that's the diameter of the circle. Now, in the center part of the geometry, we need a 5-sided polygon. So let's make that part. In order to do that, from the sketch tab, I'm going to click on polygon command. Here, when you activate this command, you can see that you can choose number of sides that you want to have. Here I'm going to change this one to 5, and then I'm going to make a polygon here. Okay, I'm intentionally making it like this because I want to tell you that maybe the polygon that you're going to make, it's not perfect in the beginning. So how you can fix it is by clicking on a bottom line, and then you can add a relationship. So the relationship that we want this line to be horizontal. So from the left options that you see here, I'm going to choose horizontal. Now, in the question, you can find the diameter of this inner circle, and that should be 35 millimeters. So I click on the smart dimension, and this circle, the diameter, should be 35. And now the polygon is fully defined. Okay, let's focus on the rest of the features in this geometry. We need 2 circles. So what I can do first, I'm going to click here, click on center line, and I'm going to make a vertical line. Now here I click on circle command, and then I make 1 circle and also the second one. According to the question, we can find the radius or diameter of these circles. The radius of the outer circle is 15 millimeters, so the diameter should be 30. The diameter of the inner circle is 16 millimeters, so I click on this circle and the diameter should be 16. Now, between this circle and the other circle on the right side or left side, we have an arc shape, right? So we need to draw another circle, another set of circle basically. So to do this, what I can do, I can click on center line, and I'm going to make a construction line here. Okay. Now, because we have 5 sets of circles, we know that the angle between each 2 sets should be 360 degrees divided by 5. So what I can do, I can click on the smart dimension, and the angle between these 2 dashed lines should be 360 divided by 5. Okay. Then I'm going to make a second set. I click on circle command, and then here I make 1 and 2. And they're exactly the same as the previous one. You can click on the smart dimension. The diameter of this one is 30. The diameter of this inner one should be 16. However, we know that we need these circles only for reference, right? Eventually, we are going to use a circular pattern to make all the features that we want. We're not going to make every individual feature manually, right? So what we can do, we can change these to construction circles because we only need them to make the arc shape that we need. Okay. Now, last step, we need an arc shape here. To do this, I click on arc command, and then here I'm gonna make an arc shape. Okay, so this is an arc shape. Clearly, this is not an ideal arc shape. We need to define the parameters for this arc. What we can do first, we can add the radius. According to a question, the radius of the arc is 50 millimeters. So I click on the smart dimension, and then here this radius should be 50. Also, we know that the arc should be tangent to the outer circles. So I can click on the arc, I hold Control, I click on the outer circle, and from the options I have, I'm going to choose tangent. Same for the other side. I click on the arc, hold Control, click on this circle, outer circle, and from the options, I'm going to choose tangent. And most probably now, if I hit escape, you can see that this arc should be shown with the black color, which means that it's fully defined. And now you can see it's true because we define the exact location of the arc. Now you can see it's fully defined, so everything is perfect. We can use this arc. Now, I can repeat this process 4 more times, but it doesn't make sense in the exam. You want to take advantage of all the features in SolidWorks in order to make this process faster. What you can do, you can click on circular pattern command and then use that to copy these features. So let's do that. To do this, from a sketch, I'm going to click on linear sketch pattern drop down menu, and from here I'm going to click on circular sketch pattern. Now here, first you need to choose a reference circle. I can use this one. For the quantity, I think we need 5, so let's change it to 5. And then here for entities, delete this one. And then for entities, I click on this circle, I click on this circle, and then I need this arc shape as well. So now you can see I have the preview of all these features. Click on OK, and that's it. Now, one question is that why we have a geometry which is not fully defined, and I explained that in other videos as well. Usually when you use circular pattern, linear pattern, mirror command, you get a geometry which is not fully defined. You can simply add constraint to that geometry to make it fully defined. In this case, for example, I know that the center point of all these circles should be on this construction line, right? So I click on the circle, center point, I hold Control, I click on this construction line, and from the options I'm going to choose coincident. I repeat this process again. Click on center point, hold Control, click on the construction line, and click on coincident. And now you can see every single circle is shown with a black color, which means that this geometry is fully defined. Awesome. So now we have everything. Everything is ready to use extruded bus feature. Click on feature, click on extruded bus, and then here you can choose the contour. I'm going to choose this one, this contour, and this contour. For the thickness, as shown in a question, in a right view, you can see that the thickness is 10 millimeters. So we have 10 millimeters, that's correct. Click on OK, and that's the final geometry. Okay, awesome. Now it's time to check if this is actually a correct model or not. To do this, let's check the total volume provided in the question. In the question, you can see that the total volume is 108,939 cubic millimeters. Let's go back to SolidWorks and check the total volume. In SolidWorks, in order to check the volume, you can click on Evaluate tab, and then you can click on Mass Properties. And then here you can see the final answer. The total volume for our model is 108,939 cubic millimeters. This is exactly the same as the answer shown in the question, which shows that our model is correct. There's no problem with it. Okay, awesome. I think that's a wrap for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or feedback, please leave comments down below. Thanks again for watching. My name is Ruzbe. Hope to see you again soon in the next videos.